Man, this sucks, guys. Come cope with me in the comments. Hey, be sure to smash that like, subscribe, get in here. Man, football guys. Come on now. Come on now, football gods. What's going on, man? Omarion Miller and Tawfiq Byard enter the portal at the same time. A big kablam, a big 1-2 punch. See you, man. We're wobbling right now. What are we going to do? We're going to talk about it. Of course, hey, want to shout out channel sponsors. Let's go. Colorado area Taco Bells. They're sticking with me through the off season. How about that? Thanks to you guys buying a lot of Taco Bell. Thank you for supporting the show, as well as Kalshi. Use that code DTB for a $10 match once you deposit at least $10 on there. But let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes of this, man. First off, we had just a little bit ago Omarion Miller entering the transfer portal. As you can see here from Scott Proctor, he spent 3 years in Boulder and was the Buffs' leading receiver in 2025. Biggest L of the offseason so far. And yeah, he posted this just 40 minutes ago, okay? And at that point, it was the biggest blow of the offseason. But then we lost freaking Tawfiq Byard, man. And that freaking sucks. He was absolutely one of the best parts of this season was Tawfiq Byard. I feel like he was, an all-conference type caliber of safety. As you can see here, past 2 seasons, Hayes Fawcett's thrown this out there. 140 tackles, 16 and a half TFLs, 2.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, 2 years of eligibility left. Hey, I wonder if he's going, back to Florida, somewhere in SEC country. I do wonder if Omarion Miller is going back home to LSU with Lane Kiffin there. Obviously, both of them are tremendously talented players. And, man, I'm really going to miss Tawfiq Byard, man. Definitely felt like he was, one of the cornerstone players of this team moving forward. One of the just absolute dogs on this team that was, keeping the ship afloat when everything was just, disintegrating, right? He comes in and he plays tremendous ball. If Jordan Seaton wasn't going to win the Buffalo Heart Award, it should have gone to Tawfiq Byard. And, he might have been the winner of that this next year if he stuck around in some alternate timeline. That would have been great. But nonetheless, guys, Tawfiq Byard, Omarion Miller, both of these guys have entered the transfer portal. I'll get to your thoughts here in just a few moments. We're not going to have too long of a stream. Go check out my friend Russ over at Buffs News Weekly with his after I finish up here. But let's talk a little bit about Omarion Miller, man. Just a freak athlete, man. And I've loved him here. But wide receiver, man, one of those positions where with the hiring of Brennan Marrion, you want to get more out of the group. And what did we see from this group this year? I think the story of it is that this group was tremendously talented. But, man, they were also tremendously flawed in some ways as well. Holding penalties like crazy. Jason Phillips needs to go. And it seemed like, I forget which parent of Joseph Williams had some harsh words to say about Coach Phillips. That was interesting. The other day on Facebook, I think it was. Like Jason Phillips did not get the most out of this wide receiver group. Again, when you got a terrible quarterback for most of the year, that affects things as well. But hopefully for Omarion's sake, he goes to a place like LSU to where, yes, he can continue to capitalize on the strong production that he had this year. I think around 800 yards was our leading receiver. But one thing that I'm going to always honestly remember Omarion for, I'll give you the positive and then kind of the downer, I guess. But the positive was his coming out party against USC, where he had, 198 yards as a true freshman back in 2023 with Shedeur Sanders. And I want to say a couple touchdowns. He was fantastic. yeah, wherever he goes, they're getting a tremendously talented guy, a guy who could possibly find himself drafted next year in the first round. And man, that sucks that unless something drastically changes, I mean, he's not going to be doing that in the black and gold, which blows. But best of luck to him. But also, one thing that right now I remember Omarion Miller and Joseph Williams. Hopefully, hey, he's got the chance and the opportunity to right this wrong. Was man, these guys showing up late after we get the best win of the season against Iowa State. These guys aren't checking in back on time from the bye week. And it was like our total season just derailed after that, man. Omarion suspended for the first half. Joseph Williams suspended for the whole game. Coming back, I'm trying to remember which opponent it was against. Was it against Arizona? I'm trying to remember. But that was incredibly frustrating. It had felt like this room, and not just them two, Sincere Brown, we saw flashes of the other wide receivers, but none of them could fully put it together. So that's going to be something that I'm hoping Omarion, wherever he goes, again, best of luck to him. It sucks to see him go. He can put that together, much like Jordan Tyson did, over at Arizona State, and really, parlay his career into the best draft position possible, man. And in terms of Tawfiq Byard, man, I think this one, man, I'm just like with Omarion Miller, like it's okay. Like he's tremendously talented, but I think we have a good group of wide receivers that hopefully Brennan Marrion can get more out of than what, Jason Phillips has gotten out of the guys. And I would imagine we hire a new wide receivers coach. I don't know, but maybe you're only kind of in the NFL when you don't have unlimited money. Colorado doesn't have unlimited money. Maybe you're only paying one wide receiver, top dollar, right? Maybe other programs in college football can afford to do that. But right now, I don't feel like when the trenches are such an issue for us, especially the front seven on the defensive side of the ball. And honestly, the entire defensive side now with Tawfiq Byard out, the entire defense is an absolute mess. You need to be investing in that. And you're going young on the offensive side with the weapons. I bet you can bring in some guys like we've done in the past at the wide receiver position. Talk about Zay Weaver, Jimmy Horn, right? Man, I know I'm forgetting some guys. LaJohntay Wester, right? Some guys that come up from having success in the G6, and then they really parlay that into an NFL opportunity. I think that that's the route that we go. We've talked about some guys possibly coming over here from Sacramento State, which I would be pumped if we bring in some weapons from there. A couple of guys that got the ability to slot in at running back or wide receiver, see what they can do. But yeah, I imagine the philosophy is going to be changing a little bit for CU this year, just with how the roster is constructed. And honestly, hopefully, this means that, hey, if we're losing Omarion and Tawfiq Byard, we better be keeping Jordan Seaton. Kind of how I felt about this is we might have some important players for this team leave. That is Omarion. He has been a big part of this team this past year. And Tawfiq Byard. If we lose these guys, I can handle it, even though I'm sad, if it means we can keep Jordan Seaton and Julian Lewis, man. Those guys are our foundation, particularly Jordan Seaton, man. It would kill me to see him enter the portal, go to a school like Oregon, and then, like Christian Gonzalez did. Then they just claim him, man. That sucks. It's important for the brand. It's important for the program to have Jordan Seaton go pro in the black and gold, man. We need him here. I feel better about him staying here than I did maybe a few weeks ago, right? Particularly because we haven't heard anything about this. So that's good. But yeah, I think we're going to be playing, I think, a little bit more money ball with wide receiver this year, trying to find some guys like we've done in the past that can come up from the FCS and G6 range and perform well, along with the guys that we have still here. I hope Joseph Williams sticks around. I think he is tremendously talented. I want to see him become an all-around better wide receiver as well as a leader on this team. That's something that I would like to see that I don't think we saw from him last year. That would be great. Of course, Quanell Farrakhan. I think we like what we saw out of him, the flashes. Quentin Gibson, I think we're still excited about. We didn't really see much of him on offense thanks to Pat Shurmur. But a guy like Brennan Marrion can get the most out of a guy like Quentin Gibson. And of course, we got other guys that are that are committed, that have the opportunity to play, such as Xavier McDonald, 4-star wide receiver, committed to Sacramento State, who then flipped to Colorado. And then we also got Christian Ward, Alexander Ward. Is he going to plan to play both ways? We'll find out. But I think we're going to be going young at the weapons, guys. And it better mean that we're investing. If we're losing these kind of guys, we're investing in the trenches, in the offensive line, in the defensive line, the linebackers, man. Let's have a solid team to put around Julian Lewis. Let's give Robert Livingston some guys that hopefully fit what he's wanting to do a little bit better. Okay? Some more talented guys. Of course, let's move on from some of these coaches, particularly there on the defensive side of the ball. But man, this sucks. This sucks. Hey, if I had to give a prediction, this would be fun. I'm just going to say both. I'm going to say both end up at LSU. This goes off of nothing other than that Tawfiq Byard wears number 7, and that's an important number at LSU. And Omarion is from Louisiana. So it would make sense. It would make sense if Lane Kiffin has his fingerprints on some of this, and bam, it's like a stake through the heart right now. But this is what happens in December before it gets better, before we get new players. We're going to figure out, all right, who's leaving us. It better not be Jordan Seaton. It better not be Julian Lewis. Anything else, we can survive. It doesn't mean it will be easy at all, guys. So, again, want to thank everybody for coming in here. I'll get to a few of your comments. Be sure to smash that like, subscribe. Shout out to Kalshi as well for sponsoring the video. I know, man. Bodie. Wow. Yeah, dude, this sucks, man. Poop. I mean, I ain't gonna sugarcoat this, man. This sucks. This sucks. You can tolerate. Not that you just kick Omarion out the door, right? No. But you can recover from that, I think, with the substantial upgrade in coaching and the young talent that we have. Again, wide receivers, they're a dime a dozen in a sense if you know how to use them. What's great about a guy like Omarion Miller is that you can have a guy like Pat Shurmur and still get wonderful production out of him, right? But on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, we lose him. We lose what's his face that we never even saw, TJ Branch. I was excited about TJ Branch. He didn't even get on the field, man. We lose our best offensive player. I think he's one of our best offensive players. I know this is kind of like splitting hairs, Mark, but I would still say that Jordan Seaton is our best offensive player, but maybe best weapon. I would agree with you, man. Yeah, definitely our best weapon. Can't blame Omarion Miller. Honestly, Coach Prime wasted Omarion over his first 2 years, although he did sit out the majority of his second year due to injury. Yeah, and there were a lot of guys playing above him. And you could argue, man, especially after USC, we just never even saw him his freshman year. And he was a lot better than a lot of the guys that we had playing, man. I'll agree with you on that. They're chasing money. I'm sure that's part of it, man. Good luck to them. Sure. I mean, this is just the reality of college football, right? And we'll see if my prediction of LSU is right. Now, maybe the Memphis money with Corey Phillips is is legit, right? But if Omarion leaves us for Memphis, yeah, I'll be pissed about that. Like, I won't be able to tolerate that. I can handle it. Not that I'm upset. Not that I'm not upset about it if he leaves for like a blue blood. But um, man, I'm sad he's gonna be gone, man. I am. But our wide receiver room is we should be okay. Not that maybe you replace that production with one guy, right? But we got a lot of talent. I think we got a better coach. Surely we got a better quarterback than what we had here for 75% of the year, right? So, like, I don't think our offense is screwed from this, though. The path to success is, there are a few more steps involved. There's some more hurdles to clear right now when it comes to putting together a good offense. We now need to find a number one wide receiver. Is that going to be Joseph Williams? I think it could be him. Okay. I think it could be Joseph Williams. But then who do you surround him with? We got a lot of other interesting guys, but they're all young. They're all young. Do we bring in another veteran? We'll have to see. But Lex on this, I think Omarion can be, or I think Joseph Williams can be the guy next year. Yes. And again, I saw that he had surgery on something. I'm sure he's going to be okay. The biggest thing this year, man, Omarion and JoJo showing up late, getting suspended after the bye week, after our win over top 25 team, Iowa State. That was just absolutely devastating. And what we need from Joseph Williams right now is to come back as a new man, to level himself up, to be the leader of this group. That's what we need, to be the leader, not the best player, but the leader and best player. That's what we need from Joseph Williams. He can do it. He can do it. But yeah, none of these guys right now are at Omarion's level. We might not have the top end talent, but can we have some brains calling the offense this year? I think we do with Brennan Marrion. And I still think the overall product will perform better and look better on offense, man. Yeah, Omarion had some big penalties. This is why I want to see Jason Phillips go, man. We had no discipline on and off the field when it came to this wide receiver group this year. You need to change up the energy, man. You need to change up the energy. Yeah, I'm definitely more sad about Byard, man. I loved him. He filled in, took the number 7 from Cameron Silman Craig, and it was just perfect, right? Who do we got? We got Carter Stoutmire, who might be a better linebacker at this point, man. That man put on some weight. You go and look at his tape from 2023. I feel like he lost speed, which is difficult, man. Maybe he makes a better linebacker right now than he does safety. He might be a little too slow. So Carter Stoutmire, linebacker. We need linebackers. But yeah, man. Man, this is why I love the chat. To say Omarion wasn't great is straight up cap. Y'all crazy. Saying Omarion wasn't that good. Omarion Miller wasn't great. I mean, dude, he was a very good player, man. Not perfect. Nobody's Travis Hunter on this team, okay? That's fine. We need a running back coach. We need a wide receiver coach. He's too slow for the SEC. Good luck. I do not agree with that, man. Joseph, way better. I don't know about that, but Joseph Williams has the opportunity, if he sticks around, I think, to be a 1,000-yard receiver here at CU this next year. I think so. Let's see here. Seaton can't run block at all? Damn, man, you guys are in a mood today. Nobody good enough. Let's see what else we got here. What other takes we got? Carlton, a wonderful point here. David, see you in 3 and out these players. I appreciate them both, and they will be missed, but let's move forward. Well said. These are good players. But it's kind of like my Broncos and like talking about bringing back Justin Simmons with the injury to Brandon Jones. It's kind of like, well, you were kind of like the captain for us and best player for us when we sucked. So, and now you're kind of declining. So are you even really that good? Not, the direct same type of situation, but kind of just like, again, how I felt about the only guys I just can't tolerate losing are Julian Lewis and Jordan Seaton. This was a 3-9 football team. So I'm not particularly attached to any of these coaches or players. Coaches, too. I'd like to see some more coaches go. Coach Prime going 1-15. Dude, do you know how many games you play in college football? Come on now. Who cares? Let him walk. I mean, I care about it, but I understand the sentiment. We have to get Boo Carter and the safety from Sacramento State. Yeah, maybe a change of scenery would do Boo Carter well. Maybe so. It is concerning. We talk about lacking leadership and just not having a unified team this year, a bunch of me guys. Boo Carter was hated by all of his teammates at Tennessee, man. You see him making TFLs and tackles and no one's dapping him up, nothing like that. I mean, yikes. So, I mean, if he comes here, I'll take the perspective of being optimistic about it, right? I'll be pumped about it, but I'm also like, is that how you want to build a culture, right? Bringing in a guy who's just hated by his teammates. But again, it's college. These guys are young. We've seen a change of scenery benefit plenty of players. Hey, yeah, someone brought up, I mean, we might just be going straight up young, which could be fun. Like, that could be a lot of fun. Preston Ashley is the Byard replacement, but that's a tough loss. Yeah, right now, I would say he's probably in line to start alongside maybe John Slaughter as our starting safeties right now. Again, I don't know if they're considering this, but I moved Carter Stoutmeyer to linebacker. Isaiah Hodge will replace Byard. Maybe he should replace Preston Hodge more than Byard. That's kind of how I feel about it. You're laughing, but what receivers do they have that can block, bro? I mean, we didn't have any even with Omarion there. So, again, that's why I'm saying we need to change the coaching at the wide receiver position. And again, Brennan Marrion saying the way you block, the way you play without the ball determines how you love your teammates. We're going to have a different emphasis, hopefully, on blocking and stuff like that this year and improvement from the whole group. So, one moment. Doing a little bit of dog sitting. All right. Let's see. They're saying Seaton's headed to Georgia. Who is they? Let me know. What else we got here, guys? Man, this blows. This blows. Y'all think Harge replaces Byard? Is Harge a safety? I mean, he's kind of small. Man, now people are saying Seaton's going to Oklahoma. Why would you want to go to Oklahoma? I mean, shout out to my Oklahoma friends, but why are you doing that? If I'm Seaton, I'm out. Nah. No. For the sake of me, you gotta stay, Jordan Seaton. You gotta stay. And yeah, I mean, again, cautionary tale. I mean, Jordan Seaton won't have this issue, but guys like Isaiah Gustive left and didn't play this year. Players better be careful leaving. Yes, especially when you've got a situation in which you have playing time. So, I mean, Dupree, I mean, I understand the sentiment, but I think, everybody thinks Jordan Seaton's a first-round guy after this year. Right now at CU. Let's have yeah, and I know, man. This thing seems to be a lot harder than expected, at the beginning. According to CU's first year with Coach Prime, y'all were supposed to be coming, but you, in fact, did not come. Pause. You never did. Well, we did go 9-4 last year. Doesn't look like you're going to win more than 3 games. Again, typical overreaction right now. We have to see how we do in the portal. And it is the Big 12, man. This is the Big 12. We're not playing in the SEC, even though they're overrated, or the Big 10, something like that. We're going to have to see the roster that we put around, man, and see who we fill out this coaching staff with. Again, I feel like our coaching staff has made things tremendously harder on our players and our talent over the last few years, including when we both had Shador and Travis Hunter here. But I'm hoping with the hire of Brennan Marrion, that's going to begin to change, where we're starting to see more of like, we're getting these guys to the potential or towards their, proverbial ceilings or whatnot. These guys are being developed. So, and hopefully we can have guys that recruit a little bit harder, but we'll have to see where we go from here, man. Again, I like some of our young pieces, but a lot of our young pieces haven't really played much, and it's going to come down to how they're developed and how we figure out, how to fill out the rest of the roster in the transfer portal. I don't think that there's anything. Let's get Ernest Campbell to Colorado. I did a video on him like a week or so ago. Big time wide receiver, I believe FCS All-American over at Sacramento State, and that dude can fly. That dude can absolutely fly. This guy faster than Jimmy Horn, I think, right? I mean, this is kind of the expectation, right? Word on the street sees losing plus 25 players to the portal. I think that's what we all think. Man, I've heard Oklahoma. I've heard who else, man? Miami. I'm sure. Dude, guys, all these blue bloods have been with Jordan Seaton's agent since the start of the football season. So, yes, dude, he's been tampered with the entire season. I hope we can convince him to stay. If we're losing some of these big ticket items that we have paid money for, such as Omarion Miller, at the very least, you got to keep Jordan Seaton around, right? If we lose Jordan Seaton, then this stuff becomes a lot less digestible, right? Hey, IU fan here, DeAndre, wishing success for your program. Never understood how people can root for others to fail. Yeah, man, there's just a lot of people that they're not happy with their lives. They're not happy. And so they just want to hate on somebody that's trying to be better. Again, we have struggled for success, consistent success at Colorado for the last 20 or so years. You think people would applaud us taking a big swing to bring in Coach Prime here. But hey, good luck to IU. Kurt Signetti, Google him, right? Hats off to him, staying at Indiana, saying no to all these other Big Ten schools, man. That's awesome. Congrats to you guys. You guys hired a fantastic coach that knows how to scout talent and develop talent. So really cool to see what's going on with Indiana, a non-traditional school. Mendoza, right? Kirk Cousins 2.0, winning the Heisman. How about that? And I forgot to say this, man. There's also just a bunch, there's a lot of racist people in society, man. That's a sad, uncomfortable truth that some people don't want to admit, but it comes out when you see people hate on Colorado, the program, Deion Sanders, whatever. Let's see here. And we got Tennessee in here. Rocky Top will always be home sweet home to me. Go Vols, country boys. What do you think of Boo Carter, man? Where do you think he's going? I know that he will not be missed. Let's see what else we got, guys. I'm going to go for a few more minutes here. I appreciate you guys. Oh, that's cool. I guess Matt McChesney said today that he's meeting with Brennan Marrion today to discuss a specific focus on local recruiting in Colorado. Yeah, again, it should be our goal every year to get the top 10 guys from the state here. You still got some good talent here. It's not as deep as some of the high school hotbed states, right? But with like Teray Davis, 10 minutes away, 4-star safety, go to Texas. Dude, we're not even visiting. We're not even making the effort. I mean, we're just not even choosing to take layups and instead shooting half court shots, bringing guys in that are pretty much locks, I guess, for Virginia or James Franklin or whatever, flying them out here. Dude, just take some high percentage shots. That's how I see Colorado recruiting. Just take some high percentage shots. And then when you make those, you can also take some 3-pointers after that, and you're more likely to hit. I mean, that's how I see this whole thing. We'll see what else we got here. I mean, IU basketball. I mean, they're one of the best historically. But CU, man, I think CU's. I don't really follow college basketball too much, but hey, we're having a decent year from what I've seen. Yeah, if Miller goes to Texas Tech, I'll lose my shits. Yeah, I don't want to see him go to another Big 12 school. That would suck. So, yeah, we'll have to see. Will we ever get to a bowl game again? Dude, are bowl games even being played after this year? I hate the state of college football, man. I hate the state of college football. There's been so many great things that make college football fun. It's like we've gone to the other pendulum side of the pendulum, man. And I mean, this being just AAU ball, the off season, just being even more jacked up now with the college football playoff, man, it just makes no sense. So, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Greatly appreciate every single one of you guys. Good news will come eventually, but I don't know if it's coming tomorrow. But stick around for my reaction with it. Hit that bell for notification if you haven't done that yet, and let's go Buffs. Lewis.